Imagine selling everything you've worked for your entire life, your house, your car, your furniture, even your tools, and moving to a country you've never lived in before. Sounds crazy? That's exactly what one American retiree did. But what drove him to make such a bold move? And was it worth it? In this video, we'll take you through the real journey of a man who left behind the American dream for the Philippine dream. We'll explore the why, the how, and the what happened next. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this. After working 40 years in construction and living through 2 divorces, something inside you says, is this it? The mortgage payments, medical bills, and cold winters in Ohio start to feel heavier than ever. You've got about $80,000 in savings and a modest monthly Social Security check, but the cost of living in the U.S. is squeezing every penny. After spending countless hours watching YouTube videos, reading forums like Reddit and Expat Exchange, and chatting with a few people on Facebook groups, Bill makes a decision that shocks his family. He sells everything. His house, his tools, even his beloved Harley-Davidson. In exchange, he buys a one-way ticket to the Philippines. Why? Because he's not just looking to retire, he's looking to start over. He wants warmth, simplicity, and a sense of purpose. For Bill, the Philippines becomes that blank canvas. Why the Philippines? Bill could have chosen Thailand, Vietnam, Costa Rica, or even Mexico. But the Philippines stood out for several reasons. First and foremost, English. Unlike most Asian countries, English is widely spoken in the Philippines, making it easier to build relationships, navigate bureaucracy, and feel like part of the community. Then there's the culture, warm, family-centered, faith-based. Coming from a broken home and disconnected relationships back in the States, Bill is drawn to the kindness and tight-knit spirit of Filipinos. He sees videos of smiling tricycle drivers, people singing karaoke at 2 p.m., neighbors helping each other during floods. The cost of living is another major factor. Bill realizes that what cost him $3,000 a month in Ohio could easily cost him under $2,000 in the Philippines, with a better quality of life. Fresh fruit, ocean breezes, maid service, and a social life, all within reach. Selling everything, smart or risky? Selling everything might sound extreme. And it is. Bill risks giving up stability and safety nets, especially healthcare access in the U.S. But here's the flip side. By liquidating his assets, he's freeing himself from financial stress. He no longer has to worry about property taxes, rising utility bills, or paying for winter heating. His belongings have turned into mobility and simplicity. With some of the funds, he rents a small apartment in Dumaguete for just $250 a month, buys a scooter, and keeps an emergency fund stashed away. Is it risky? Of course. But to Bill, staying in the U.S. and withering in isolation felt riskier. For what Bill saw in the Philippines that others didn't. Bill visited Thailand and Vietnam before. They were beautiful, yes, but they didn't feel like home. Thailand felt too touristy, too focused on parties. Vietnam felt too foreign, with its difficult language and fast-paced energy. But the Philippines? It's as if time slowed down. Bill visits a town like Valencia, near Dumaguete, and sees smiling kids playing outside with plastic bottles, old couples holding hands, and open-air markets selling fresh produce. Healthcare? A trade-off worth it? Let's not sugarcoat it. The healthcare system in the Philippines is not on par with the U.S., especially in rural areas. But for someone like Bill, who's generally healthy, the cost-benefit trade-off makes sense. He signs up for PhilHealth and finds a local private clinic where doctor visits cost $20 and medications are affordable. For more serious issues, he can fly to Cebu or Manila, or even return to the U.S. for emergencies using his savings. He also embraces healthier living. He walks every morning, eats local fish and vegetables, and even joins a yoga class run by expats. He finds that his blood pressure drops, and he loses 15 pounds without trying. 6. Building a new community. Bill starts off alone, but he quickly realizes how easy it is to build a social life. He joins a Facebook group for expats in Dumaguete and starts meeting people over coffee and chess games at Why Not? Bar. He also gets invited to barangay fiestas, karaoke nights, and even fishing trips. One of his neighbors introduces him to her family, and soon Bill is a regular Sunday guest for pancit and adobo. Loneliness, which haunted him in Ohio, vanishes in the Philippines. There's something else too. The Philippines welcomes foreigners. While the bureaucracy can be frustrating at times, the people are curious and warm toward expats. Bill isn't just another face in the crowd, he's treated like a guest. Daily life. Simpler, happier. A typical day in Bill's new life starts with a cup of Barako coffee and a walk by the sea. He stops at the market to buy mangoes, fish, and malunggay. By noon, he's relaxing under a fan, reading or journaling. Sometimes he'll take his scooter up into the mountains to explore waterfalls or hot springs. Other days, he teaches English online or helps out with a local feeding program. His favorite time of day is the evening, when the sun sets and neighbors sit outside, laughing and talking. There's no rush, no deadlines, just peace. Romance and relationships. It wasn't part of the plan, but Bill eventually meets someone. Her name is Joy, a 39-year-old single mom who works at a pharmacy. They meet at a community event, and what starts as friendship slowly blossoms. Feels something real. Something he didn't expect to find. Unlike his past relationships in the US, Joy listens, respects him, and never pressures him. She doesn't care about his money, just his time and presence. What Bill wished he knew before moving. Not everything is perfect. The internet can be slow, power outages are common, and local bureaucracy is confusing. It took him months to figure out his visa situation, and once he had to pay a bribe just to speed up paperwork. There are cultural differences, too. People don't always say what they mean. Saving face is important. And don't expect American-style customer service. But Bill says, if you come here with respect and an open mind, it's all worth it. Is it really a new life or just escaping? Some people say Bill is just running away. Maybe. But Bill believes he's running towards something better. He's not trying to recreate America in Asia. He's embracing a new way of life. One that values connection over consumption, nature over noise, and time over money. And when he looks out over the ocean from his rented terrace, he doesn't regret a thing. Understanding Filipino family culture, living with her clan. What caught him off guard was just how deeply integrated family is in Filipino life. His Filipina partner didn't just come with love and affection. She came with siblings, cousins, nieces, nephews, and parents who all played a major role in daily life. At first, it was overwhelming. Birthday parties happened monthly. Unannounced visits were normal. And sharing meals with 10-plus people became routine. But over time, he learned to appreciate the warmth, hospitality, and deep sense of community that Filipino families offer. He does caution other expats to set healthy boundaries, especially when it comes to finances. Supporting a girlfriend doesn't mean supporting her entire extended family. His advice? Give love, not allowance. Help in emergencies, but don't become a walking ATM. Culture shock and buy-any-hand moments. One of the biggest challenges was adapting to Filipino social customs. The American way of being blunt or just being honest didn't always sit well in a culture where saving face and indirect communication are the norm. He learned the value of pakikasama, getting along with others, and bayanihan, the Filipino spirit of communal unity and helping one another. A neighbor once showed up and fixed his roof for free after a typhoon. Another brought food during a power outage. These moments of kindness changed his entire perspective. It's not about what you own here. It's about who's got your back. In the Philippines, people still help their neighbors. Community and purpose. Why staying became a life mission. In the end, it wasn't the beaches or cheap rent that made him stay. It was purpose. He began mentoring local kids with English lessons. He volunteered at a coastal cleanup. And he even started an online blog helping fellow retirees learn about expat life. The community he thought would feel foreign slowly became family. I thought I was escaping the American rat race, he says, but really, I was rediscovering life. For retirees considering the move, he emphasizes, find purpose, not just paradise. You can only lie on the beach so long before you need meaning. Bill sold everything for a shot at peace. And though life in the Philippines wasn't perfect, it was real, raw, and surprisingly fulfilling. He didn't just retire. He restarted. And in that gamble, he found something money can't buy: contentment. So if you're thinking about leaving it all behind, ask yourself not just what you're running from, but what you're running to. And maybe, just maybe, the Philippines might be waiting for you too. If you found this video inspiring, hit that like button, subscribe for more expat stories, and let us know in the comments. Would you sell everything for a life in the Philippines?